Hello, it looks like we have started. Okay. Hello, Royal Collective. It's Mrs. Day all day, and I'm starting a live. So hang on. I'm going live on, I'm trying to get live on my Instagram as well, but it's telling me poor connection. But I'm here with you guys on Facebook and YouTube. Yay. So I'll try to get Instagram a bit later. But we are going. So we'll try again in a minute over here with the Instagram situation. Wow. Now I see how it feels. One of my favorite folks I have been following, they go live and then the connection breaks off and then I have to restart. But I don't know if it's because of my location, because I do sometimes have poor location on the cell phone. And I did not. We've been practicing with this. That's why it's past. I set my 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But I'm excited, guys. So jump in the room. If you come in the room, let me know where you're logging in from. This is good training for me. Shout out to the lead attorney for the tips. I actually got your program with the streaming. Yes. And a queen over here, a senior citizen, is struggle streaming right now. So I'm excited. This is in the Instagrams keeps telling me, hang on, hang on. Okay, I'm here. So whenever they jump in, that'll be great. Hang on, we're telling more followers. Okay. Hi, I'm getting some waves here. I can see some people in the background. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for jumping in. Forgive this poor connection. Oh my goodness. So I'm waving back at you guys. I see some people have jumped in. Please drop in the comments. Let me know where you're coming in from. I see Kennedy, Taddy. It keeps blanking on me. You guys going to have to school a senior citizen over here, like I said, but it's not going to stop me. So I just want to see if a couple more people want to jump in. Oh, I see some comments. Oh, look at there. I see you, Mocha from Vegas. Yes, yes. Hello there. Again, I see Fatty2285. Melanin. 274 just joined. Yes, yes. As you guys saw from the title of this, I want to share a bit more. I dropped several reels this morning, and I'm just going to pause for a second. You guys give me 60 seconds, and I'm going to see if all of this reconnecting is because they're just trying to notify folks. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for popping in. Yes, yes. If you guys can type anything in there, let me know. Do you already have any type of legal services? We're going to talk about the benefits of PPLSI. So let me know. Yes. Okay. All righty. I'm not sure. I feel so bad because it's dropping. Oh. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can still go ahead and record this. But my family over here at Instagram, no, I'm not ignoring you guys because I appreciate all 5,941 of you guys that are following. And I have so much more good information. On the next one, I think I'll just drop it directly on the line for you guys. Yes, yes, yes. And I see I got somebody popping on the Facebook YouTube side of the house. So please come on in and let me know where you're logging in from. And we're going to get started in 60 seconds. I'm trying to give my Instagram side of the house. Hello there. Yes, I see you, Danny 997. Thank you for popping up. Okay, like I mentioned, my connection is really horrible right now, but I'm going to go ahead and start. Okay. So, welcome to the Day Village, everybody. I am Miss Day all day, and I'm an independent legal associate with PPLSI, also known under our banner of Legal Shield. Prepaid legal services are critical. And if you get an opportunity, please stop by my Instagram page, Mrs. Day All Day, and check out the reels that I did in there actually this morning, about 3 a.m. this morning. And it'll give you an idea of what Legal Shield is all about. I know some people, and I'm going from here on, I'll be referring to Legal Shield as PPLSI. Okay. So with that being said, one of the absolute necessities that I felt I needed to share this about is that I've been seeing a lot of situations where people are being detained, they're being arrested, and as soon as they mention anything concerning their rights, then it escalates, right? And believe you me, I'm not saying all law enforcement are this way, but I'm saying what I have observed, what I even experienced as a child and as a young adult living in Monterey, California. Hello, everybody that's joining. I hope you can see and hear me, and I'll save this recording. But what I found is that what we need to have right now is some protection. And as I mentioned before, one of the awesome features of having PPLSI is that you have this card. You have actual the card right here, and the numbers are on the back of this card, but mine are programmed in my speed dial, right? If I need the 911 situation versus customer service situation. But that is in my speed dial, because if I tap the app, when this number, when it rings to the attorneys, they work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There is no vacation, because situations in life is not taking a vacation, right? So what happens is that we actually have access to the attorneys on the spot. Within the third ring, your attorney is going to be on the line. They're going to ask you what kind of situation you need. So in that moment, I've been detained. I'm being detained. Please allow them to address whatever the situation is. Your attorney is now speaking for you. Now, this is in the case of law enforcement. Some people may want to turn over their identifications and do all of those types of things. But what I have seen is that that leads to even a greater problem, because like I said, all police officers are not doing this, but some people use the random car stop in order to just do this and get your ID and whatever. But just if you have a record or you have something going on in your past, that doesn't give you a right, anybody right to take your rights away, because you do have them, right? So there's where Legal Shield comes into play. And for less than $1 a day, you have that protection. The beautiful part of this, and one of my former colleagues had just shared with me, matter of fact, another member, when I did that reel last night, she said that she loved the program because she got it, and she got it for her teenagers. Her teenage sons had just begun to drive. And so in those types of moments, that's that reassurance that they're not out in the streets. They're not being violated when you're not present, right? So again, how beautiful is this? Your entire family is covered under one plan. It's not like you need a plan for each child. You don't need a separate one for your spouse. You have a group situation where everybody is in the plan. And when I say everybody, I'm talking about, let me give you the specifics, who is covered. The people that are covered on your plan, that would consist of you, the member, your spouse or domestic partner, never married, dependent children under the age of 26 that are living at home. Okay? Dependent children under the age of 18, from whom you're the legal guardian. If you're the legal guardian over a child, they can be added to your plan if they're under the age of 18 as well. Dependent children under the age of 18, whom the member is the legal guardian, never married dependent children who are full-time college students up to the age of 26. So you get that? You're able to get the children on the plan if they're unmarried, if they're still living at home, if you have guardianship, or if they're away at college. One of my cousins, you listen out, because I'm about to call you, because I believe a couple of the daughters have gone off to college. What a This would be very good to have in those circumstances because they're away from home. You may not be familiar with the area, even on a college campus off. If you're just in the streets, you don't necessarily have to be in your car. So here's that protection and no arguing. You don't have to resist anybody. You just need to let them know. I need to get a hold of my attorney. And this is going to be a game changer. And it is a game changer because nobody's expecting us average folks to have lawyers, right? And when you have a lawyer in your pocket, that is, for me, it has been most empowering. Guys, I'm going to be 60 years old in 29 days. And I wish I had this when I was younger. I wish I had this when I was working for a racist organization that kept coming against me. This would have been a game changer. So, but it's never too late because right now we're going to talk about benefits as well. But I just want to get this misnomer out of the way that you only need a Legal Shield plan. And I'm telling you, for coverage of your family, children up to the age of 26, if they're living at home, even if they're mentally ill or they have some other kinds of issues, mentally or disabled children, they are able to be on your plan if they are living at home. And these are the times and the situations to where you would need sometimes legal advice. It's just life. But what I'm coming to find is that a lot of people tend to assume that you only need Legal Shield if you're a criminal, if you have some criminal charges or anything of that nature. The good news is that your law firm, and did I mention we have law firms in all 50 states plus Canada, right? But if you need your law firm to address a criminal situation, this too can be handled because they will give you a referral to a criminal attorney at a 25% discount. Get that? So again, you're getting the assistance that you need from the attorneys that are skilled in those areas. For the rest of the areas, this is what people do not realize. PPLSI can assist you in so many areas, including here I put a jot of a note how it's helped me over these last 2 years with dealing with the IRS, and it's getting ready to be tax time again. The IRS, I called them, they were giving me different amounts that they were saying that I owed. They were just coming out the woodwork trying to take monies and saying I owed things, which I didn't understand. But see, it was the year that I started a small business, so it was most funds I had ever received. So I guess they were going to say, we're going to do takeaway. And I said, no way. So I introduced the Internal Revenue Service to my actual law firm here in Nevada. So like I said, we handle everything. You're so right, Ms. Mocha. We have handled things from the trivial to the traumatic. Because if you've ever been somewhere and you said, I need to speak to your manager, and then that manager comes and you're still not getting a resolve, you're getting some issues, don't argue. Just get information, get a card from wherever the location you are, because you need to provide that information when you contact your attorney's office, right? And let them know. From there, they will deal with it. They will write letters on your behalf, requesting payments back, whatever the resolve that you need. Currently, right now, as I mentioned, I have my attorneys working on a situation for me with one of these resort places, right? During the pandemic, my husband and I, we were going to use the service prior to the pandemic. Pandemic hits, we're not traveling. We never used it. When we decide to use it, they informed us that we can no longer use it. The time is up and our deal is just gone. Just clap their hands like a roulette dealer. But that's not the case. That's not okay. You can't just take people's money. So again, I had to introduce them to the law firm, and they're now working on that for me. And for those of you that have businesses, if it's a small home-based business, small business, or if you have a large business, you can actually get legal representation for your company. And that's critical, because how many of us don't know a lot of this legal jargon that's within our contracts? But that's what your attorney is for. They will review for you for free up to 15 pages of a contract. They'll give you advice. They'll give you understanding about what is going on. And it's a game changer. Again, keeping you from getting into bad deals. Because how many of us have signed documents and we didn't read all of that print? One of my mentors said, the contract giveth, but the fine print taketh away. Because I'm telling you, I bought 2 houses and I did not read all of that documentation. And sometimes we're just excited. We're just going to sign and we're glad, but that is one of the worst things that we could be doing. So I've been educated. And again, your attorneys are there to give you legal advice, to guide you, and it is a game changer. So back to the list. I have had that happen. For those of you that are content creators that are out here in the YouTube world that have your businesses, you know, we sometimes we run into the haters. You run into people that just don't like you for whatever reason, but that does not give them cause to disparage your name or discredit your business, because that can be detrimental. I had that happen at one point in time, and you know what happened? It got handled. My attorney actually ginned up a letter. The letters are being sent certified mail. You can have them sent to them via from your attorney's office, and we want to resolve it. We want to get it fixed. But if it does not, then again, you can actually retain the attorney and go into a civil matter or whatever areas and realms it needs to be. And that gave me, again, a sense of peace, because that person went and put something up on my professional page. And that's not okay. And so, haven't heard from them since, though. They'll write a cease and desist, and if it doesn't, like I say, they don't cease, then we can pursue it. So that again is a wonderful situation. If you are a business person and you're dealing with vendors, say you produced a product, you gave it to a person or a customer, and then they deem they don't want to work with you, or they're not going to go along with I'm going to end. Excuse me, I'm looking over here. I'm ending this Instagram side of the house, and then I'll come back and I'll post that when I'm done with this. Okay. So what I found was that not only will it assist you if you are in the business and you need someone to assist you to receive your funds. I had that happen. I got into a contract with someone, thought it was going to be great. And me being naive, I did pay them partial of the monies up front. Don't do that. Bad idea, especially if you're dealing with someone that does not have ethics or business character, period. So in that case, instead of me spinning out of control and shaking tables, I introduced them to my law firm here in Nevada. And what happened was they talked a lot of slick talk to me, but the attorneys, some people, they'll get their attention. So, and again, what happened? They sent me a payment of my monies back, and they still tried to deny the other half. I could have pursued it at that point, but what God told me is no, nothing good ever comes to a thief. So don't worry about that. But the lesson was I need to be more aware of how I'm doing business. That was my takeaway, but I did get over half of my money back. So that worked out great. The cease and desist, recovering money from business situations, as I mentioned, checking out the contracts before we sign them, because a lot of these contracts, they're not good. Social media. Let me touch on this a bit. The social media aspect of this comes into play because now this is a great one. Everybody thinks it's just on the arrest tip, but that's great because these can keep you out of the back of a squad car, and it'll keep you out of a situation. Because see, when people know they're being recorded and they're speaking not to your mom or your brother, but they're talking to your attorney. And I know when tragedy strikes, because this is a part of the trauma. If somebody was to grab at me or say something, I would roll the window down and I'm going to let them know that I'm calling my attorney. Everything will be on my dashboard. So that's a way to de-escalate and to not have things go. But also the part that was missing and that I keep hearing people talk about is identity theft. Legal Shield has a whole plan also that you can combine with your services, because as I mentioned, those services for $29.95 a day, that's covering your whole family, the children, the teenagers, everybody have their own cards in their pockets, right? But the identity theft is another section of our services. And identity theft is rampant. Right before I bought my home out here in Nevada, I was dealing with the money people. And all of a sudden, I had just closed the deal, sold my house in California. I'm in the midst of a deal out here. And all of a sudden, one morning, Spirit of the Lord wakes me up and says, check your account. And when I checked my account, $85,000 were missing. And I said some choice things in my head, and I'm knowing the devil is a liar. 85 grand. So I contacted the bank, and it ensued to where I had to go into the bank, and I had to let them know in a good fashion that I have a real estate deal on the line and this is not going to happen. In these kind of instances, Legal Shield would have stepped in on behalf of your identity theft side of the things, but I bet that wouldn't even have gotten that far if I would have had them covering at the time. But now I'm understanding it, but praise God, everything worked out, and the bank manager knew that it wasn't time to play, and my house is on the line. So they put my money back within 3 days. So, but again, when you have identity theft, your whole situation, all on 3 credit bureaus, can be monitored. That's the word I'm looking for. Would be, I'm a senior over here, would be monitored. And from that, you would see anytime somebody's accessing your account, anything that's going on. So identity theft is key. So like I said, don't think it won't happen to you, because it can. And right now, on the dark web, it searches out there for you. They've already told me that one of my emails had popped up on the dark web, so I'm about to get rid of that. If it's the social media areas, when they're monitoring your socials, they can let you know anything that's inappropriate. Can you imagine that? Because they can see, you give them access to see your social media sites, and they can tell you that this may be deemed inappropriate for whatever you're trying to do. Just a heads up. Because sometimes we think stuff's just cute, but if you're doing business or if you have jobs on the line, no. And again, another area people have problems with their HOAs. Mine is about to meet my attorneys out here again, because I have a bully organization. This has been my experience, and I'm not going to tolerate it anymore, especially when I'm paying into the system. Okay, so you get a little bit about the benefits. That's why I labeled this benefits and the overview, because again, another person that I know, an associate, I was talking to them about this, because you also can have community outreach. And within the Legal Shield areas, PPLSI, please check out either of my web pages. Go to my Mrs. Day All Day. I have one posted with my business partner, Mr. Tommy Sardine, and he did a presentation, and it talks about everything that's being covered within the plan, right? But what you need to be privy to is that it's not only limited. So I put my information out there. I'll drop it again on my site. Like I say, I know I did. I put it in the descriptions on all of those reels that I put up on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Instagram wigging on me today, but that's okay. That's up there. I'll post again, and I'm going to keep this live and we'll wrap it up in a few minutes. So again, this plus having the knowledge, the community outreach is where that business side of things can unfold, right? And the fact is that for you, just telling other people about our awesome services, because right now 4.4 million people in America are using PPLSI right now. But look at how many other millions do not have it. Last night, my heart was broken seeing a mother and her daughters being snatched out of their vehicles for sitting in front of a Starbucks and resting because she had just drove 9 hours. And she said, why? Why are you trying to take my ID? Why do you want my ID? And why are you threatening to arrest me? But if she would have had this card, and like I'm saying, hit the lawyers first. I know initially we want to call the husband, the mom, the dad, but you need the attorney on the line first, right? This is your first line of defense. And then if somebody else has got a phone, have them call the family, do whatever else needs to be done. And those moments when the persons or the company is trying to bamboozle you and disrespect you, then again, that letter will be prepared. We call them, what do you call? I almost said get right. You want to get it right. You want to have them to do that, and that's what they're there for. You get to preview whatever they're writing. You get to agree. You can add more, take less, and you guys are building that, and then you have it handed over. So again, like I was saying, the business side, which I call community outreach, because you are reaching out and letting the community know how to protect your family, how to be empowered. And like I said, to be almost 60 years old as the in this area, in this such a time as this, I really feel protected. I feel empowered. Myself, my husband, I did a self-protection video the other day. That too is down on my social medias. Please go check it out and go to my Miss Day All Day on my YouTube and subscribe, because we're getting ready to start talking about business, guys. You all can have a home-based business with 475 deductions. Yeah, that's what I said. A home-based business can get you 475 legal deductions, whereas W-2 employees, when I was W-2, I think I could deduct 7. Yeah, so it's a game changer. And you need to know, if you want to get in the business, if you want to partner and mentor, our whole line, we have mentors that assist us with the community outreach, and that's just people needing to be protected. So I'm really excited about that. And if you want more information about that, please go drop to the site, leave your information, and I'll get back with you. And again, that's only if you want to create a home-based business that will generate income for you, your family. It's legacy, and it never goes away. It is fabulous. And we've been around for 50 years. I know a lot of people talk a lot about services and positions and companies, but I know that for 50 years, they have stood on what they have set out to do. And I'm excited about being a part of it. But I know everybody's not looking to have a business, but I feel every family needs to have services for $29.95 a day, less than $1 a day. I know a lot of us, you ate that for lunch today, right? But just imagine to have that cover your family. And for a year of services, what does that come out to? Less than $359 a year? Can you imagine? You have services and access for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, total access to your firm for less than $400. It's $350 something, but that's less than an hour with an attorney will cost you more than that. So the decision's up to you. So just know that I'm Denise, and I care, I share. I'm here to educate, and I want you to be protected. I want all of our families to be protected. So again, in the coming days, on all of my social media platforms, Mrs. Day All Day YouTube, Mrs. Day All Day Instagram, and Denise Day on Facebook, and Denise Day Consulting on Facebook, I am going to be dropping some diamonds, okay? And we're going into business, and we can level up. Before I go, I have to tell you this. You know how a lot of you guys, you already want to have your LLCs, but guess what? If you want to get your LLC in place, you need that, and get your EIN number, all these good things to get your business started. Within our company, we have a division called Launch. Launch will launch your business. Do the research for the name of your company, get your EIN number from the IRS, as well as launch and get you established. And then through the launch program for $149 plus whatever your state fees are. Because remember, we're located in all 50 states plus Canada. So can you just imagine that? They launched your business. You just need to come with the name. You need the name of your business, okay? And then they'll set it all up for you. They're not just going to throw it up and abandon you. They'll stay with you for 3 months. You get your services for 3 months. Excuse me, guys. I mean, chat. You get 3 months worth of services. And not only that, you get to call your attorneys and talk about anything pertaining to the business. So for those that don't feel like doing the research, you don't feel like hiring Ms. Day All Day Consulting, Denise Day Consulting, then we got our launch in the house. But this is what I would I would suggest this. And even if it's a young person, if it's a seasoned person, then this is the way to go. And after you set up, then you are part of the Day Village. You're getting rocked up, and all of the information that I'm going to be sharing, it's going to be pertinent to business. Okay. So I'm excited about it, guys. I hope that you got something from this today. This will be the first of many. And shout out again to the lead attorney, because a seasoned queen was over here struggle streaming today. But it's okay, because if I could just reach one and let somebody know how awesome PPLSI Prepaid Legal Services, how awesome it is. And it's a game changer. And I believe it's some lifesaver. So again, thank you all. Next time I come on, I'm hoping it'll be a little smoother. It'll be a little better. But hey, you just got to push play. It's time to go. 2023, all gas, no brakes. Thank you, guys. I am Denise. I am Mrs. Day all day, and I am an independent legal associate, and I'm proud to be a part of this family. Okay, so if you have any questions, I'm gonna put this up on a playback. Just drop in my DMs with comments and let me know. Positive comments. Anything negative and ugly, that's okay. Just keep on going. Okay. But for those of you that want more information, I'm here for you. I love it. And I'm here, and we're going up. We're going to be protected. And this is any school bullying, anybody's children having problems with bullying in school, because I see that this has become a horrible, horrible situation. But the schools need to know you're going to be held accountable. The parents, as well as the school. My sissy over in North Carolina, one of her clients had that situation. The child was being bullied. Guess what? The law firm attorney came, addressed the school on the 1MC, and let them know who they were representing. And if this behavior and this criminal conduct did not stop from bullying the child, everybody was going to be held accountable, and that child's parents, as well as that school. So we need to let people know, because I hear, last thing, the schools are not addressing the bullying because they said they had a policy in place that said that even if they got in trouble or got called out, they would only have to do some minimal situation. They could do something to the very base minimum, and that would protect the school. But see, they haven't had anybody show up with their attorneys and going to deal with them, and you don't get to set the cap or the limits. Just food for thought, because I would really be concerned if I had a child in any school, public, private, anywhere. So just another area that a lot of families are dealing with. I think I touched on everything on the list, guys. I'm over the 30-minute mark, and I'm going to sign off for now. But again, I'm looking forward to working with you, just being of service. I'm looking forward to being of service to you and your family. And if you're interested in doing some business, having your home-based business and some deductions from your home, working from home, then please hit me up. I'm here for you. Mrs. Day all day. I'm out, and I'm so glad that you spent some time and checked this out. Peace.